Who told them number two, coming with January?
25th.
Yeah,
Just a reminder that this is being recorded for viewing audience. Correspondence, appointments, I'm sorry, correspondence.
I move to approve the request for, the gravels of 30 Suzanne Travis to remove the light gate.
Yeah, so there is no, I mean, it can't happen that they might have not gotten the bill. I know we actually sent it out.
Excuse me?
I know that we've sent the bill, but it is possible that the mail got lost, basically.
No, Mike, there's been a substantial amount of people, like almost
No, we're talking about the gravels.
the one that didn't get their bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Melissa can speak to it. There's been a lot of people after we sent out second notices saying we never got our original bill.
Yeah, I mean,
So it's definitely like parts of Millbury Street, Oak Street. I don't know what happened.
But there's also, we had actually a couple people, one that we still haven't gotten it. They sent in their payment back in January. We still have not received it. And I actually got a call the same day I received one that was postmarked January 15th in Boston, but then was postmarked again on February 5th in Boston. And so we just got literally
mail
2 days
I
ago.
moved, again, that the light stays for the gravels, they're removed.
We wanted to just, going forward, if she gets more calls, can we just, if they had a good pay credit history,
This goes.
yeah, I mean, yeah, if we know what's going on with that, I mean, instead of coming to the board and say, yeah, I mean, let's just, try and
if
figure it.
if they haven't had any other late payments.
We leave that to him at this point, yeah.
Yeah, well, that way it does more people, you don't have to do this every month.
Correct, yeah, so if there's no further discussion, all in favor? Thanks a lot.
I move that we deny the request of testimony or water bill adjustment.
Yeah, what is the real deal with this one?
It was, that's all I believe he was saying that,
It's the same thing. It is the town water. There's nothing we can do about it. Melissa explained it to him, but he still wants us to pay for him.
He's the one that his usage almost doubled.
Yep.
This last quarter, and is saying he was only wanting to pay his average bill versus the extra.
And what was the extra? How much did extra? Basically double.
So he actually used 24,000, whereas his normal usage of between 12 and 16,000.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
No, I'm going to take.
Okay, we have issues on Brady Cove with collateral water quality.
not recently, no, but back over the summer, it was
During this
Yeah.
time of when he went out.
So this is the 1/1 billing that would have been from 10/2 to
October, yeah. So
December.
like flushing,
Actually, I have a quick question. October,
we flushed almost November.
Yeah.
so 1 month.
Yeah.
Sorry, I tried to blur out the flushing part.
I just don't see how he could have used that much water.
Yeah,
Flush. I'm wondering, he could have had a leak in his toilets or something else going on. Same that.
Because there've been a few people that they've called up saying that they shouldn't have had that usage, and they come back later saying they found that they had a leak.
but we road stuff like now, road stuff with the, but
You could credit a partial if you wanted to, but like you guys say, that's an awful lot of water to flush.
yeah, I mean, what's his, so if he did 24,000 down, then what's his high usually between the what?
About 16,000-ish. was this high.
So, I mean, I would bring it down to the 16,000, and you don't actually, wow.
I won't second that. He says he's been running the water. He wants to explain as he can get it. I understand that. But if we do this for him, what about the next person on the next house? And the next person after that? It's not our fault. It's the necessity of putting in the chlorine. If we set that precedent, we open the gate.
We'll go on Ken's motion. Make a little second. All in favor? Boom. So move. What is that person?
So this is, Mr. Patch came in last month and was here and no, actually, it wasn't last month, it was December.
I think it was
December's meeting because I went to see him afterwards. Found out that his meter is one of the really, really, really old ones and it's 5/8 size. So the actual plumbing needs to be done prior to installing a new meter. And we are not licensed plumbers, and talking with Dave and what we've done in the past, we are happy to change one side of the meter coming in, the part coming in, but not the part that is the house side, because that is their ownership. And so when I went there to change the meter, I discussed this with him. I even gave him the part. I said, here, you need a plumber to do this. Technically, could probably even do it yourself, if you're mechanically inclined. And he did. We waited and waited and waited. We finally went back there last week, dropped off this letter for him, letting him know, like, hey, we haven't heard from you. His response said he's been trying to get in touch with you, Mike. And I said, well, nobody's called. You haven't called the office here to get in touch with us, to get in touch with Mike for you or anything like that. So this letter is just to inform you, like, we need to move forward. We need to get this meter in there, because the other part about it is this meter hasn't read for how long now?
5 quarters uneven, and the 6th quarter was low in comparison to other usage.
Yeah, and we only got this because when he came in December and made us really look at his ratings, and we're like, oh, wow, look at that. So he wants us, and what it looks like too is he wants us to pay for that plumber, which I think obviously we shouldn't. But I'm not willing to put on that piece, and I don't think anybody should, because if that piece ever blows off, the liability on us is what's going to. But it's a house without a basement, so water gets in there, it's coming out the door.
Well, number one, we're excited to contact.
Well, no, and even when he called, Adam asked specifically, what is it that you want to talk to the commissioners about? He says, well, I'll send you an email or what. So I just put it on here.
Forgot that part.
For what Adam said, because, at least we can go back to him and tell them, you're going to have to get a plumber to do your side, and then we do the rest.
Yeah.
We can't.
I did ask him, because when we talked last week, I asked him, he's like, you'll get it today. I asked him, send an email to customer service at Grafton Water District, or send it to me, one way or the other, and we'll get the information to the commissioners. And he said, you'll have it today. Haven't seen anything.
And as of last night, it wasn't in customer service.
That was this
Also,
morning too.
January 17th, I mailed a letter. So what Adam actually hand delivered was his second time of a second letter.
Typically what we do,
The necessary changes on our side without any changes to his side. We tell him, all right, we've done it. Now, if you want any correction, you do.
I'm more than happy to go over there and shut the ball valve on and change out the meter, put the meter on, and then I will not reconnect it. I'll leave the gasket like we always do. That's not a problem. But I won't connect the other side because it won't,
No, you can't.
and he won't be able to without changing that one thing.
But then he'll have no water.
Well, yeah, but I won't be shutting it off outside. I'll be shutting off right at the ball valve, right
But
there.
yeah, correct.
But yes, he would technically have no water going to his home. Again,
And in the past, when these is because we do have a few of these meters out there. In the past, Sharon always told the customer that it's your responsibility for us to be able to put our meters in, and they would get a plumber and take care of it. So I'm assuming that's what this gentleman's asking for. He doesn't want to pay for that because he paid $9,000 to put a filter system in. He was the one that I think came in and wanted to know if we were doing a reduction on filters or something like that.
Rebates on-
Rebate.
Rebates on.
Yeah, and then we found out that his meter was stopped, and that started this whole. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
very nice.
it was very nice. Yeah,
yeah, I mean, he needs to go home. Yeah, that's as simple as that.
Right.
Yeah, what we've done in the past with these people that don't want to respond is we just send them a letter and say, if you don't do it within so many days, then we'll just shut your water off until you let us gain access, and then we put the meter in and walk away. I mean, you know, they have to allow us access to the meter under the rules and regs, and eventually you just have to put your foot down. So, you know, you try to work with these people, but sometimes it's just ignorant. So.
Yeah, I mean, I would give him that one more shot. You get a plumber, put together and half of that, do what you have to do.
Give them a 30-day notice.
You know, whatever you guys feel fit, 15-day
Well,
notice.
usually 15, we can do 30. It doesn't.
However you want to do it. And if he doesn't do it, then unfortunately we have to do what we have. So
We'll move forward with that.
15, 30, just a day notice.
okay, Joey will feel more comfortable.
Yep. Just write down notes. Notes. Everything. And then she's long.
Treasurer, you do it.
Treasurer's report. So for January, we had an opening balance of $2,629,000. We have receipts of $559,000, disbursements of $395,000. So we had a closing balance of $2,793,000. Page 2, 7 months ending this fiscal year for revenue, $3,023,906 for last year's $2,543,465. Operating expenses, $1,629,299 to last year's $1,319,052. Interest income, $51,789 to last year's $83,252. Net income, $1,441,202. The last year's $1,285,10. Water revenue only, $2,307,091 to $2,044,012. Connection fees, $658,600. The last year's $454,200. Page 3, capital expenditures. System improvements this year, $144,747 out of a budget of $325,000. The vehicle is zero out of a budget of $75,000. Pigeon Hill tank and booster, $1,824,614 out of the $1.7 million. Engineering future PFAS treatment plant, $650,161 out of the $250. Professional services, Power Line Drive and Foliate, $17,581 out of the $50. Worcester Street and East Street SRF, $5,760 out of the $23 million. Trinity Foliate SRF, 0 out of the $33,928,000. Cash accounts, NNDT, $1,830,221. Unibank Depository, $747,251. UniPay, $139,999. Payroll, $38,354. Debit card, $5,692. Vendor, $32,005. for a total of $2,793,521, and then we have the OPEB reserve, $840,785. So we have a grand total of $3,434,306.
Two things I need to attach on the Board of Selectmen. The connection fees have gone up over $200,000 year over year. More homes, more you're aware of. The other thing is that the cost for the treatment plant, now looking at $57 million. And that's before we've even put a shovel in the ground. When that's gonna go up.
Vote.
And if we accept the treasurer's report,
Second, all in favor? Fine. All right, just a couple correspondence, none, SPC report.
Okay, number one on my list is, the state approved what they call accessory dwelling units now as an allowable use. Basically what that means is anybody with a house in Grafton can put in an apartment or single structure on their property up to 900 square feet to rent out, sell as a condominium or whatever. So we don't have any language in our rules and regs about ADUs. So this came up with this language. Basically, it would add that language to our rules and regulations with the appropriate connection fee. So each ADU would require a separate service unless it was attached to the house, which would be like an in-law apartment. So I'm just asking for a vote to add those to the rules and regs.
changes to the rules and regulations as recommended.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Vote.
I sent out, well, Dave sent out the budget that Adam and Melissa and I worked on, which included the payroll amounts. In the past, the board has always allowed me to make the payroll adjustments. From, as of last year and including this year, the board would need to, approve those. And then we would add them to the budget, which Dave will talk a little bit about later, and the annual meeting warrant. So, just need a vote on those or any questions. So,
Well, the proposed payroll compensation as recommended of 2005 to 25-26.
He's coming. Second. Not hearing any further discussion, all in favor? Aye.
number three, we had this whole UPS building that I needed to look into to determine how we were going to charge for the sprinkler connection fees as well as the quarterly billing. And it came down to, I just need to add a little language there that'll clarify that individual structures with multiple sprinkler risers are subject to fees based upon the square footage area protected by each riser. That looked like the simplest way to handle it. And I would just need a vote to add that to the rules and regulations.
Vote not stated. All in favor? Aye.
Number four, we still have 4 betterments that people have refused to pay. 2 on North Street, 2 on Stony Brook. This goes back to when we put the main in and the abutters were required to contribute to the main extension. It's been quite a few years and I thought it would be necessary, and I talked to Mary, to just record a confirmation of the lien because the interest has gotten pretty high. So Adam should have the 4 copies that need to be recorded in the registry, and I just need the board to vote to sign those. And the only thing, we'll have to find a notary to notarize your signatures. So we can, I'm here, I'm a notary, so I can stamp it and sign it. I just don't know how I'm going to sign it. You might have to send them to me to sign them, and then I'll send them back, but there's no rush to get it recorded. So, but just need a vote on that, which, this way, if they go to sell their house, it's just another document that shows there's a lien on it. So,
Double, here, oh God, they're up this. Look them up, boy, I don't have any numbers there. We'll do this.
So
You
the
remember the form?
75?
Total, for all-
total,
Oh, no.
so, no,
No.
so, 2 are like teen thousands, like 12,000 and 10,000 a year, but 2, I think were 20 and 30,000.
No, oh, I thought you meant the fee. With the lien or,
I can print them all up for you.
Move that we adopt the proposed sprinkler fee language as recommended.
And this is for the betterment, correct? Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, just vote to record. That's all we need. So,
Yep, we'll vote for that. That was, mass stated with, vote to record. Yeah, second, all in favor? All in favor? All right. Yep. You want to know the 4 amounts real quick? Yeah, if you got your work. 2,230.
Busy, man.
80 for, 127 North Street. 8,786.95 for 17 Stony Brook. 10,757 and 66 cents for 22 Stony Brook. And 1,899.40 for 135 North Street. Yeah, that's what it is.
yep, that's right. Number 5. Let's see.
They're on 6.
What's that?
Yeah, on 6.
Yeah, we got the. Yeah, we went before the planning board and the conservation commission. We got another meeting Thursday for planning, which should wrap that up, and then conservation is the following Monday or Tuesday. So, moving forward with that. We're going to do some preliminary work on Follett Street site for the Trinity Ave Follett Street treatment plant. Just do some wetlands flagging and get the survey to start laying out the site to see where the building placement would be. Still waiting for the response on Follett Street from the state, but they're really close. I think they got the draft decision made to allow us to pump that more than we can or more than we're permitted for. And the Trinity Ave site, we've got that application in, and that's pretty close to being approved for the pilot study there. So we should receive that, I'm guessing, within the next 30 days. I think they beat us up with comments that we're just responding to. Nothing wrong. They just have a lot of questions about the process of the treatment process during our pilot study. Number 9, the Doris Drive wall's just on hold until fall. Just can't do it this time of year or the summer because that's the breeding season for the turtles that are over there. So Fisheries and Wildlife won't let us do that until fall. Did we include that notice of non-disclosure, Dave? Or I didn't know if that was in the packet, but we had Mary review the notice of non-disclosure that we talked about a couple of meetings ago that we were going to have drafted up. Basically, we get the employee to sign when they're hired to say that they're not going to give out any, passwords or information relative to our treatment process to anybody that could be critical to, protection of our water quality and stuff like that. So we would have our existing employees sign that, and then any new employee would sign that. So just need vote from the board that says that they're okay with that, so.
We are taking it out of the rules and regs that she put it in, right?
Yeah, we're not gonna put it in there. We'll just have it as a employee document on hiring, so.
Why don't we get, I mean, if you want to put a vote on it without seeing it, that's up to you guys, but if you want, we can get you a copy of it and then we can vote on it. I want to vote on it next Monday.
Yeah, that's fine. No rush.
Yeah, we'll get you the copy of, from the,
And we did not get selected for the $32 million in this round of applications for Trinity and Follett. So we will reapply for the July application. There was probably 40 to 50 applications to the tune of $600 or $700 million, and they only had $100 million to give out. So we were probably 20th or 23rd on a list of 40-ish. Probably, so we're probably a little better than half. And there were 11 projects that were selected this year. So there's probably not going to be any more money next year. They're probably going to have another 100 million unless things change. But that money is already starting to dry up. So our option to finance these at some point is going to be through the open municipal bond market. And I asked Wendy to just kind of get an idea of what that market looks like now. I mean, the rates are going down, so that's a good thing. So she'll get back to us with some numbers if she hasn't already. So that's all I got. That's all my good news.
People in funding report.
Worcester Street, we got the motor pumps back in. We are running it, make sure that it's good to go. Because we do have to have the East Street well pulled for annual maintenance. We got to get it cleaned. So when that goes offline, we will be running Worcester Street, and I think we are going to be running Trinity also, but we're going to run it at lower amounts than we did when we had all the problems. So and we have some things we're going to try, like running Trinity, like not having it start and stop, because we're thinking that would have been a big cause of the discolored water down there. So we got to get once we start doing these PFAS plants in the next year or two, we will have to take certain wells offline. We have to get the water from somewhere else. So we are going to be doing that. We're in the process of getting some things wrapped up at Trinity, because it's been sitting for so long. We have been running it to waste every month, so we don't stop. Getting the chemicals fine tuned in and all that. East Street, one of the high lift pumps. I tried calling yesterday for an update, but the last update I had, they're looking at March. It's been out since October.
yeah, I'm somewhere on.
Yeah. But that's how long it takes to get these motors, the electric motors for the pumps. It's ridiculous. So anyway, but we have one that's running. So this is kind of like a backup. And then PFAS plants update, we met with the engineers yesterday on Zoom. And they went over a few things, stuff that we'll bring up in the future about, we got to do both these projects at the same time. We're doing one and the other about however we're gonna, but they're working on some numbers on that. Probably was at the end of October. That needs to be contract signed and all that. So hopefully by January, by this time next year, hopefully they'll be doing some work down at Worcester Street anyway.
Perfect.
We are getting some quotes on a new carpet for the office for next year's budget. We've had 2 companies come in. I've got 1 quote back so far. The budget draft that Matt spoke about, that Adam himself, Melissa, and and me, worked on. That's for you guys to take a look at. If you have any questions, or Matt and Adam can answer any questions you have at this point for upcoming budget. And then the warrant articles, I don't know if you guys read those over. So, any questions or anything like that, feel free, let us know. So we can get this going.
Can you say how many actual grants the state gave? Even though we didn't get ours.
Matt, do you know how many they actually came out?
About 11.
11? Okay.
Yeah.
We're on one.
No, we were higher on. I mean, when you just got some the year before, it's tough to give it to some people every year.
That's a lot.
That's cool. This from you, Dave?
Yeah, that's about it.
Did you want to talk?
Oh, we talked about the customers not receiving their first bill. We already did a vote on that.
Or, yeah, and then you said this out.
That, I was gonna talk about that at the new business or whatever, but,
Okay.
that, we can talk about it now. The, about the,
Lawson.
No,
see that?
this is about changing the 25 to 50 on the email.
Yeah, the water bill appeals. So basically, the way that the rules and regs say right now, if there's a discrepancy in someone's bill, of $25 or more, they can appeal it to the Board of Water Commissioners. Or, like if we say, the office or myself says, no, they can appeal it to you for $25 or more. Under $25, they can't appeal it. So with times changing or whatever, we were gonna see if we could bump this up to $50, just so, we're not coming to you guys with every little, like this one here is the guy has a bounce check and he wants that.
Some
Yeah, so that's all we were doing with that. Is bump it
on
up
that, so I can
$50 or whatever you guys think. But yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
what?
that's good. Oh, sorry.
I will, second Ken's move on the, adjusting it from 25 to 50. And bylaws.
Yep.
All in favor?
But we'll change that.
Yeah, I'll take care of that.
Davick comes.
That's all. I got.
Okay. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. The 3M lawsuit, it's back and forth. Every now and then they change certain things, but everything is updated there. We haven't really heard, but they're talking about trying to finalize all of that by this summer. I think it'll be great, and we'll understand maybe what we might get a little bit of help in building these plants from that. The warrant rough draft, obviously saw the articles that are there. Just take a quick peek at them. If you guys have any questions on any of the amounts or anything like that or what they're for, we can make adjustments. And that, no one else to this point has passed into nomination papers except for Mike or Mike's position coming to stop, which is up for re-election. That's all. Pretty quiet month.
Let's see, months.
It's all about the budget and the warrant, but really. So.
On out.
Yeah, my question is Article 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the project is.
And I'm unsure if it seems like the money going around in circles. So what is 4, 5, and 6 actually?
All right, so here's, well, this is 3, but 4, Article 4 was the increase due to the pilot testing increases because of the poor water quality at Worcester Street. So we had put in, they said that it was gonna be this much, but then they had to go do a second pilot study. So
So is it the Worcester Street project?
that one is, yes.
So Article 4 to us.
Just pilot testing Worcester Street, yeah.
But what'd you say, 1.6?
Well, 4, so it's see if this should approve, the supplement funds in Article 6. And then you go to Article 6 and that's,
No, that's Article 6 from 2022. not Article 6 current renewals year. So that's what that's what I point is.
All right, I misread. Okay.
So what's 5?
Article 5 and 20 is whatever Article 3 was in April 2024. I did not get that into account. Yeah, I'm on.
Yeah, I gave Dave a cheat sheet. Basically, these three articles are to fix overages in the budgets. The auditors, as you know, talking to me, he said, you know, you need to do this. Obviously, the pilot study that we did at Worcester Street, the cost doubled because we had to go back and basically redo it again because of the crappy water quality. One of the other articles is just, you know, we had the sick time buyout with Sharon and me, and, you know, the payroll went up because of the flushing. And so that needs to be addressed. And then the change orders at the Pigeon Hill Booster Station was the other article. So I kind of gave Adam a cheat sheet there to, it does look like, yeah. What are we doing here? So
The one you're looking at, Mike, and again, Article 4 is not the pilot testing one. The numbers on that is for Pigeon Hill. Okay, I apologize. Article 5 is the sick buyback time that I can show you. I can get you guys links. And then Article 6 is the pilot test. That way you have the numbers corresponding properly. Oh, you read it. He didn't have them in order yet.
Oh, okay.
So you read this one as the first one. It just doesn't. Not a big deal.
All right. Yeah. All right. Now that makes sense.
yeah. So anytime, you know, at our annual meeting, we vote on a budget item. If we go over that item, we need to have the voter approval. So the voters will vote to approve that overage. You see that at town meeting warrant. They'll have a special town meeting just before the annual town meeting to, you know, pay overages in certain accounts. So that's what this is basically doing.
Which is why you'll see here too, like Pigeon Hill Booster, that's your number right there. It's in the negative.
Yeah.
That's the number we're looking at, vice versa with the engineering, all these negative, trying to fix these negative numbers.
No, I put that. Thank you for payment. All right.
So I know when, that's what us where and read it.
You want
Federal lights on.
You want it back? Put it in the right price. I can have the back. You can have the back and all the truck.
All right. Old business 17. All right. So this is I did make copies for everybody, but this is the letters we sent. So we reached out to him, as you guys said, to take the $1,000 off. He never got back to us. Melissa worked out a payment plan. He never got back to us, so we waited, nothing. We sent him certified letter. We told, you know, email us, call us, smoke signals, whatever, you know, and he has never responded to us. So,
What's your recommendation?
well, like you said it at the meeting, is if he doesn't pay by, you know, he doesn't agree to this, then he's back to what he originally owed, which is now up to almost $1,800.
I think we've given them plenty.
I'd move that we withdraw the lowering plan that we had and notify him that he owes the total amount.
Yeah, I think in May, April, May, when the weather gets nicer, I'm gonna hire a contractor to go up there and put a new shut off in out in the street, so not, because otherwise we'd be married to his driveway forever, and just gonna shut him off. And then we've been playing with this guy, as Matt can tell you, we've been playing with this guy for years, you know.
I second the motion to bring it back to the original building and, we'll vote for that. Wow, all in favor? All right. It's too bad because, you know, that's, you know,
Oh, it's a good, I mean,
you know, I mean, $1,000 plus the annual program and tried to work with them and multiple letters and correspondence and absolutely like it balance. Everything is in a file for that, correct?
All right here.
Hasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah,
Everything's documented.
We have even got Sharon's information on, she was talking with him at times.
So January 17th, I emailed him with a copy of the letter stating that I was mailing it. And then the Monday before the January 31st due date, I certified a letter, second letter, as well as emailed him in regards to the fact that we were sending that second letter.
I think we did our due diligence on it.
Did he pick up the certified?
It was, and we have it tracked that it was hand delivered it was, it says it was given somebody at the residence, yeah,
We're just giving you a fax, that's all, but yes, you didn't know
on January 29th.
that.
All right, on the old business, vote on filter reimbursements.
Yeah, so we had a customer call the other day saying that it was something that was supposed to be voted on in October. And I know we talked about filter reimbursements and you guys had all discussed that we weren't going to be doing that, but there was never an official vote on it. So he was wondering how the vote went and
I move that we not reimburse filter replacement.
filter replacements or installations. I think is what it should probably read.
My other question on that is not on your motion, but should we table that to the next meeting to have Bob's input also? The other commission.
Yeah, I understand that, but do you realize how much, well, you have
Yeah.
a filtration system.
I don't.
And we can't do that.
Yeah.
Because we're running out of money now, putting this money in, waiting for the state. People expect us to replace their filters.
Yeah, I mean, it would be, yeah,
Because I know, like you said, we discussed it, or you guys discussed it at that meeting in October, and
Yeah, but
there were people here that had brought in the filters and stuff, and you had decided, you know, what we couldn't.
we never said we, you know, if we're gonna pay for the filters, are we gonna pay for the systems?
Yeah. You guys said no, but it was never voted on, so that's why I was just, that this way we get it in the record.
so let's, yeah, so if we discussed it prior and I assume was now then I will second Kevin's motion. All in favor? Time back.
Not the reimbursement goes over.
Just as an aside note, what I meant to bring it up with the superintendent's report, but we did speak to the engineers yesterday about if there's any way of possibly doing a temporary manganese treatment for Worcester Street. And like they said, with the pressures we have, or, you know, you basically gonna have to go through the same process as a permanent plant. You have to get approval from DEP, from the towns, from the, you know, all that. And then we would still have to tie into the sewer for the backwashes. And, you know, by the time we get this, if they can even build something, the new plant will be half built.
You're building a mini plant,
Yeah, some of it, and then cost wise is just, you know, I'll
get
get
an
them.
increase of.
Anyway, just saying that we did look into it. But I'm trying to exhaust all options.
No, okay. All right, new business, meeting date closed, warrant move, April meeting from the 9th to the 2nd.
Well, it's a little early, but just put it in everybody's mind.
I'm pretty glad.
We'll put something out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna move the meeting to April 2nd. Yeah,
Okay.
Close the war.
close to close the warrant. But we're gonna have a March meeting. Anyway.
Yeah.
Active subdivisions, pretty much know what's going on there.
Pretty much the same one.
Single family application, none. Our next meeting is gonna be March 12th. Quarter of 8. Okay. All right. Yeah. What's out?
Arizona.
There you go.
All right.
You know, them.
And Sean's gonna be fitting, so
Don't tell Chris you want to go with me.
Before you,
Don't tell Chris you want to go with you. He's always wanted to go to Arizona.
Yeah, I'm Brian Bonner, 21 Snow Road. Yep. I'm a customer. I just came to attend to hear about what was going on with the PFAS filtering. It sounds like you're planning on having a contract signed sometime in October.
Yeah, up to the end of October, we're supposed to have out to bid and hopefully a January start. It's we were told yes.
Next
some of us
month.
we can,
excuse me?
some of us we can.
Yeah, I didn't see a whole lot on your website and in the meeting minutes about it. So I just wanted to make sure things are proceeding and I'm happy they are.
The website's still kind of a work in progress. We've got it up, but we're still, you know, trying to get stuff on it. You know, we have a lot more room and stuff to put stuff. So we will get a bunch of stuff on PFAS, the iron and manganese and all that we'll eventually get that all on there. So like you said, if you have a question, you can go there first and maybe get it answered without having to call us or whatever.
Yeah, just, I'm retired now, so I have the time to come down. And listen in person, and I like doing that every once. in a
Yeah,
while.
no, just like you said, feel free to,
I don't have
Yeah.
any beats, but this was curious
feel
about.
free to call or come down if you have questions too. We try to share everything that we know with you, with the customers.
Right. So I'm all set.
All right, thank you. Andy, you're good?
Just one. So, I think it was during the, superintendent report, you guys talked about the Trinity treatment study. Is that for PFAS as well?
Yes, PFAS, and there'll also be an iron manganese treatment plant down there.
Yeah, I knew that.
For Trinity.
Yeah, what, is that, will that all get pumped to waste, in that process when the Trinity test? Or does that go into the system?
That'll be up to the people doing the pilot study. I don't, I can't answer that right now.
As of right now, it's just not confirmed on which way we're going with it.
Okay,
Yeah.
Anything else?
no, that's it. Thank you.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Okay.
All in favor?
All right.
Yep.